weed
Do you
free.
drink?
No,
No. I did go
drinking.
alcohol free for almost 2 full months. My
Oh,
grandma is to blame on this one though. Like
okay.
of all people in the world, I gotta well, I can't blame her for the 3 times I've drinking since her birthday, but her birthday was February 25th, and my goal was to my original goal, I quit drinking in 2020 for the whole year. So I was
Mhm.
gonna do the same thing in 2024. But this just
Congratulations.
happened with my dad, and I like it came. Somebody even brought up like, what are we gonna do for his funeral or like life celebration or whatever. And like I remembered, like my dad was an alcoholic, huge drinker.
Mhm.
Um, but to his credit, he was always is a hard word to use, but 99% of the time he was a happy drinker, like always trying to get people. He was the life of the party. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like always trying to get people to laugh and like definitely not a downer drinker, like he was cool to be around. It was a problem in the sense that he drank too much, but his behavior was never a problem. He wasn't a drunk that hit his wife. He wasn't a drunk that beat his kids. He was like just a fun, loving, trying to have a good time kind of guy. And
Mhm.
alcohol was his crutch, one of his many crutches, but
Mhm.
the biggest one probably.
Okay.
but his request is that everybody drinks when he died, like have a party pretty much, which is very
Yeah.
fitting for. So then it was like, okay, he's probably gonna die this year, so I'll have a drink when he dies. Well, then my grandma turned 90 on February 25th, and we're all like at my aunt's house and shit. Same aunt actually,
Okay.
uh, and and my aunt asked me like, "Do you want anything to drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll get a." Like they all knew that I'd planned on, I hadn't been drinking or whatever, and I was about to ask for like a sweet tea or a water or something, and my grandma was like, "Oh, you can have a drink with your grandma for her 90th birthday." And it's like, damn, that's tough to turn down.
Yeah, yeah. So
So I
do
had a
you
champagne and
not
orange
drink
juice with
for
her.
any specific reason, or you just
Just my dad being an alcoholic growing up and me starting to drink when I was 14. Like, I've never had a problem with it, like a serious problem with it, but I just like to keep myself in check.
that's good. For me, like, after I got out of the military I used to drink a ton, like, in the military, I loved it. After I met my wife and I fell in love, like, after I don't know, when I drink now, I'm just like the next day I feel garbage, like, I just feel bad. I
Okay. Okay, so I will say this, I don't drink beer anymore.
mhm,
I really don't. I haven't drinking wine in a long time. I'm still open to drinking wine if like there's nothing else around and I'm in a situation where I want to drink. I'm still open to it, but it's been a long time. The only thing I really drink now is champagne if it's like this my grandma's birthday sort of thing, a wedding or something like that. But the one type of alcohol that I've grown very fond of, and alcohol is such a I don't really want to like it, but most people when they think about alcohol, they think liquor, beer, wine. Mead? Have you ever had mead?
I feel like I have, and I know it's good. Like, it's, like, very sweet,
It's a
right? Honey based.
different it's yes, it's fermented honey, and they can be infused with, like, different herbs, and so, like, the one I like is hibiscus cinnamon. So
Ooh,
fucking good, dude, and, like, you talk about not having a hangover, like,
mhm,
I'm not saying there's no after effects, but compared to a beer or a liquor hangover, it is,
yeah.
like, you can just stretch it out for 10 minutes and boom, it's gone. Drink a glass of
Yeah.
water. It's not like you need to get an IV and take all these
Yeah.
like it's you know what I'm saying? Like it is
Yeah.
just very mild. Like you might feel a little slow for like an hour in the morning, but it's not like an all day thing. You're not gonna have a headache. You're not gonna have light sensitivity issues. Like
Yeah. I feel
meat
like
is meat is good.
ever since I don't know, like, after a while, like, my body just started getting very sensitive, like, in general, like, for me, like, I don't even like, if I smoke weed, I don't even need a lot anymore, it's, like, once, and I'm like, "Dang, I'm stoned." Like, I don't need a lot of anything anymore.
Yeah.
And
I'm that way with everything but weed. Even I mean, alcohol,
okay.
I'm that way. Just a little bit of alcohol is all I need, or any other drug that I've
Yeah.
experimented with.
Like, if I
Just a
have, like,
little
one beer, like,
small
I'd drink
dose.
beer maybe, but I don't know, I don't have much of a beer taste. Like, I will, but
Mead. If you ever drink again, get a bottle of mead, dude. It's so good. I was shocked the first time I had it. It's been almost a year now because it was last
Mm,
April. And I was just like, this, like, I literally I've had 3 beers. That was with my dad last summer, one random day. I had, like, 3 Bud Lights, like, not even good beers. Just, like, I was
Mm.
with my dad and whatever, I wanted to drink he wanted me to drink with him, and I was gave into it.
Yeah.
Um, and, like, maybe a few liquor drinks here and there, like, when I was still socially drinking more often than I am now, and there wasn't meat around, I have a couple, like, old fashions or whatever, but even then, like, it's talk about not needing much. Liquor? God damn, you get drunk so quick off of that, and I can't handle it. I'm not gonna lie, I can't handle liquor.
I used to
I don't
drink
like the taste of beer, but mead is it's just perfect. The alcohol by volume is like 10, 12%. So it's
okay.
nothing like liquor, but it's like, strong for beer, but it's like kind of like a weaker wine, really. And it's
Mm.
got that honey taste to it. It's just, that's
Mhm.
the one alcohol that I don't think I'm going to give up. Mead is a good one. And I do love weed. Um, for me, cannabis, just talk about intention, man. Like, I smoke a lot of weed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you lies, but every time I smoke it, it brings me to that spiritual place, and I really do have an intention with it, where it's like my ally. It's like I am merging with this other life force. It's when I consume cannabis, it's a spiritual event for me all the time, like
Mhm.
100% of the time. And even when I feel like, even in that moment where I become aware of like, maybe this is just a habit, it's like, but this is my like, this is the habit that actually brings me like a true, genuine feeling of connection to like my purpose and
Mm.
God. If the word God is a little corrupted, but love, right? Love, really, ultimately, is
Mhm.
the real name for God in my heart of hearts is love. You could call it
Mm.
life, you can call it God, you can call it nature, consciousness, light, Allah, Jah, whatever. It's that creative force that permeates everything, that gives me the power to speak these words, that gives you the power to hear these words and understand these words, and all that shit is happening damn near simultaneously. Um, that power,
Mhm.
whatever that is, the mystery. I think love is really, when you talk about like frequencies, stuff like that, like I think that word vibrates at the frequency that is closest, at least as far as English words are concerned. That's the word I feel like vibrates closest to that frequency or that thing that I'm trying to describe is love.
Yeah. I like to think of it as a giant pattern or the song of the universe, you know? Thanks for keeping me in it, God. Appreciate it. Good song. Good song, bro. Okay. Have you found any new
So
passion?
cannabis to me would be like spiritual food. I kind of think of it like, people eat food, but they don't consider themselves addicted to food, right? So that's how I feel about cannabis. It's spiritual food for me.